Hi, I'm Michael J. Vargas, and I will going to discuss the QMS principle number 4 process approach with the topic of business process reengineering. History of business process reengineering. In the early 1990s, Michael Hammer and James Champy published a book, Reengineering the Corporation, stated that in some cases, radical redesign and reorganization within a company were the only way to reduce cost and improve service quality. To this end, they said information technology was the key element for allowing this to happen. Hammer and Champy said that most large companies made assumptions about their goals, people, and technology that were impacting the workflow. So, what is business process reengineering? BPR refers to an attempt to improvise the operation of the business on a broad scale. The primary aim of BPR is to cut down process redundancies and enterprise costs. BPR is also known as process innovation as it attempts to remodel processes to eliminate unproductive layers. BPR can help achieve these objectives if prepared rightly with its tool that follows below. Tools for business process reengineering. BPR proves to be a highly impactful and beneficial tool. However, companies should carefully consider certain factors for its success. So these are the 4 tools for business. So first is the customer and process focus. The primary focus of BPR is to modify the processes to eventually benefit customers. You can create customer-focused processes by first experiencing the product or service yourself, stepping into the shoes of your employees, questioning your employees across the business, building and revising your processes around the customer's journey, highlighting your service pressure points, running customer-focused meetings, creating and communicating simple customer service standards, making automated processes simple, accessible, and digestible, producing simple checklists or visual aids, tracking and analyzing errors and complaints, review your customer service progress. The second is the visualization for end process and benchmarking. The benefits of BPR can be achieved if the company is able to visualize and benchmark their expectations. The company should be able to foresee what they would want their end process to be like. Third is the change management. The process of BPR requires substantial involvement of the employees and impacts their work. Thus, BPR should be undertaken with a consideration on this project. The fourth tool is the business process mapping. A company should have a detailed understanding of its current business processes. This will enable the entity to reach its desired result. Business process mapping details the steps that a business takes to complete a process, such as hiring an employee or ordering and shipping a product. Like other types of diagrams, these maps use defined symbols such as circles, rectangles, diamonds, and arrows to depict the business activities. 6 key steps for business process reengineering. First, define business processes. Second, analyze business processes. Third, identify and analyze improvement opportunities. Fourth, design future state processes. Fifth, develop future state changes. And the sixth, implement future state changes. So, in defined business processes, map the current state, work activities, workflows, roles, and reporting relationships, supporting technology, business rules, etc. So, in analyze business processes, you have to identify gaps, root causes, strategic disconnects, etc. in the context of improving organizational effectiveness, operational efficiency, and in achieving organizational strategic objectives. In identifying and analyze improvement opportunities, identify, analyze, and validate opportunities to address the gaps and root causes identified during analysis. This step also includes identifying and validating improvement opportunities that are forward-facing, often strategic transformational opportunities that are not tethered to current state process. Design future state processes. Select the improvement opportunities identified above that have the most impact on organizational effectiveness, operational efficiency, and that will achieve organizational strategic objectives. Make sure to select opportunities for which the organizational has the budget, time, talent, etc. to implement in the project time frame. Create a forward-facing future state map that comprehends the selected opportunities. Develop future state changes, frequently overlooked and a key root cause in failed BPR initiatives. This is where the above opportunities are operationalized before implementation. New workflows and procedures need to be designed and communicated. New and enhanced functionality is developed and tested, etc. Changes and opportunities cannot be implemented until they are operationalized. Implement future state changes. Classic implementation based on dependencies among changes or opportunities. Change management, project management, performance monitoring, etc. So, successes and failures of business processing reengineering. It is important to acknowledge and understand that BPR is not a foolproof method of success. As with all activities, it runs the risk of failure. A BPR program can be resolved if a customer needs are made the priority and this vision is used to appropriately direct business practices. There are cost advantages to be achieved that help the organization become more competitive in its industry. A strategic view of all operational processes is taken with relevant questions being asked about the established way of work and how it can be developed over the long term in more efficient business practices. There is a willingness to look beyond tasks and traditional functional boundaries with a focused outcomes. Through this, entire processes can be eliminated or amalgamated into fewer but more relevant and powerful processes throughout the organization. There is a real desire to simplify the way of work by objectively assessing all activities and tasks and eliminating any that add less value and more complexity. A BPR program will fail if it is seen as a way to make minor adjustments and improvements to existing processes. If there is no clear willingness to put all existing process onto the chopping block, there is no change of success. It is seen as one-time cost-cutting exercise. In reality, cost reduction are often a hand byproduct of the activity but not the primary concern. It is also not a one-time activity but an ongoing change mindset. It will fail if there is no success in gaining dedicated long-term commitment from management and the employees. Bringing people on board is a difficult task, and many BPR initiatives never take off because enough support is not put into securing support. It will fail if there is less effort to redesign and more to automate. One department is prioritized at the expense of the process. There needs to be an openness towards studying every single process in detail and a willingness to change whatever is needed to achieve overall efficiency. A program will fail if there is too much internal focus and not enough of an eye on the industry and what competitor best practices can be used as benchmarks. Business process reengineering examples. An example of business process reengineering that we can cite is that of fast food company. Completely redesigning the delivery of products can give you unexpected results. In this type of restaurant, the process goes like all the others. The customer orders, the order goes to the kitchen, which prepares the meal and then delivers to the consumer. Business process analysts realized that it would be more advantageous if the meal portions were previously prepared in a separate center and delivered to the restaurants daily. When the customer orders, staff place everything together and deliver it. This is a complete change in the process, resulting in greater control, fewer accidents, greater employee satisfaction, and increased ability to focus on customer needs, all without losing quality. And that ends my presentation for the BPR. Please check these sites for more information. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something from me.